Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Breakfast with Brandon. So today is a passionate topic once again. And what comes to my mind and what I want to talk to you guys today about is the fear that people now have of absolute truth. People want to make truth ambiguous for whatever reason, to make other people feel good, to make us all get along. And so we lie and we become disingenuous and fake when we're talking to each other, when we're doing different things in life, whether or not it's gender, whether or not it's religion, relationships. We continuously roll down the path of phony and fakeness because of political correctness and also the fear of absolute truth. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I think that Jesus' story is absolute truth. I'm not afraid to say that. And I don't hate other people if they believe differently, but I am not afraid to make a stand regarding truth. And I don't care if it hurts your feelings. If it's true, it's true. And that's the basic principle. And so another thing, a saying that I heard a wise man say is that truth don't care about your feelings. It really doesn't. And this translates to a topic that we were talking about earlier as it relates to people and this transgender, this gender identity lifestyle. Truth tells you that you have a certain human anatomy. You're either a male or a female. Being a male or female is not about how you feel. It's about human genitalia, pretty much. That's exactly what it's about. And the concept of absolute truth as it relates to that is it tells you that there's only two genders in absolute truth. But because people are afraid of hurting other people's feelings, they want to now get into the slippery slope of being ambiguous about it, saying, well, you may be born this way. This is scientific proof that this is who you are. These are the only two genders, but because you feel a certain way, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'm gonna allow you to, even if it's mental illness that's driving this, I'm gonna allow you to get into this circumstance psychologically where it's acceptable for you, although it's against truth and reality. Like I tell people all the time, just because you feel a certain way don't mean you have to act on it. That's a Christian principle that I live by. There's people that make me mad. I may want to go upside their head. That don't mean that I have to do it. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean that I have to do something like that. Like there are people who I know who are homosexual. And some of my good friends are homosexual. I love them to death. That situation between them is between them and God. I ain't the one that made the rules. That's between them and God. I love them with all of my heart. But one concept that I live by and that I think about is that just because in your mind you think that you may be attracted to the same sex, don't mean you have to act on it. That doesn't make you somehow meaning you have to act out and live a homosexual lifestyle. You know, just because in the inside, like for instance, just because you're a man and you don't play football and you rather do gymnastics, that don't mean you a girl. That just means you a man who want to do gymnastics. And I am more willing for to push our society to accepting that all men don't play football than for us to live under the perception that, well, you can just be a girl if you don't play football. And if you don't want to be masculine today, you can be a girl. Because society tell you that's what masculinity is. You can now be a girl. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm telling you guys today, if you're watching this video, do not be afraid of believing in absolute truth. If you back up what you believe, do your research, do your homework, and stand for something. If you stand for something, if you're incorrect, you can always change. You can always find a better way and stand. But if you are just on fragile foundation because you're afraid to offend somebody, you're afraid to step on toes, you just get blown to and fro, is what the Bible say. You can go blown back and forth. One day you're a liberal, one day you're a conservative. One day you believe in pro-life, one day you believe in pro-choice. One day you believe in God, one day you don't. That's not the way you live. You stand by a principle, you research, do your research, make sure facts align with your belief, and you stand for absolute truth. Just like I'm standing here today, like I said at the beginning of the video, I believe that Jesus is absolute truth. And whatever you believe, justified, stand on it. And if I can't leave you with anything else, take a stand or you'll fall for anything. Thank you guys for joining the show. I love speaking to you guys. I love the dialogue that we've been able to have. Please, please, please go down and comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. You can continue to give topics. I definitely appreciate you guys. I'd love to see you next time. I love you. We'll be praying for you. And thank you for coming on Breakfast with Brandon. I'll see you later.